गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। आत्मा नमस्ते। आज हम सेल्फ फॉरगिवनेस प्रैक्टिस करेंगे। somebody had requested for it, I think a couple of days or yesterday. So we'll practice self forgiveness today, but before we do that, before we go there, I just want to ask a question कि यहाँ पर कितने आपने कभी ऐसा सोचा कि if I had made that decision back then, my life would have changed, or I wouldn't be stuck here, or I wouldn't be in this situation. Thinking about a different choice, a different, decision you could have made in the past. Does anybody think about that often, or maybe not often, even once in a while? Okay, few yeses. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Almost everyone is saying yes. So I think, yeah, like some of us think about it often about those choices that we could have made in the past. कभी-कभी हम कुछ ज़्यादा ही सोचने लगते हैं कि हम क्या अलग कर सकते थे because of which this situation couldn't have happened, या मैंने कुछ और चूज़ किया होता तो शायद आज मैं यहाँ नहीं होती. Um, Things like that, right? I think all of us at some point or the other have had that thought. But there always comes a time in our life when we have to make choices, right? We cannot escape. हमेशा हमको दो या तीन options में से choose करना ही होगा. Sometimes those decisions are really hard. Sometimes they're easier decisions, but sometimes they're so hard कि it leads to confusion. Sometimes overthinking कि मैं क्या choose करूँ? Should I go with this or should I go with that? What if I choose this, but then things go really well on that path? Then what am I going to do? And then that ends up bringing us to this point where we start having regrets कि अरे काश मैंने कुछ और किया होता तो maybe things would have been different and my life would have taken a different turn. Maybe it is with your career, or maybe it is with a person, or anything in even in your day-to-day life. But the point is, by thinking about all of these things, we are actually living in the past. हम ये सारी चीजें सोच सोच के हमारा ही दिमाग पे लोड डालते हैं. Like we keep overthinking, we keep getting confused, we keep having these thoughts of what if, and मैंने ये किया होता तो. But a choice has to be made, right? And there's always going to be hard decisions, whether it is with yourself or with others, but we need to go with one. And the best trick, like whenever I am faced with any such hard choices, what I usually do is, which one is going to make me happy, or which one is going to bring happiness to others and everybody around me, right? Or the path with which is of least suffering. Agar do bahut hi difficult choices hain and I know I'm going to end up suffering in both of them, then which is the one which is in which it's going to be less challenging for me? So always choose something that in your opinion at that point of time is going to give you the least amount of challenge or the most amount of happiness. And then once you choose that path, just stick to it. Don't think about कि ये किया होता या वो किया होता. No, you made the right decision in that moment by thinking about, okay, this is going to bring me happiness, I'm going to go with this. We think that अरे मैंने ये किया होता तो what would have been different, and we always वो बोलते हैं ना कि grass is always greener on the other side. That's because you are far away from that grass on the other side. राइट? दूर से तो सब कुछ अच्छा ही दिखता है, बट पास जाके देखो तो यू विल नोटिस मे बी देयर आर सम bugs and ants roaming around over there, or some yellow rotten leaves in that grass. So from a distance everything looks good, and today if you are walking down this path and you are looking back at that decision you could have made at that time, from this point that you are today, from a distance everything is looking good. You could have chosen that path and maybe things would have been different and maybe nicer and you would have been happier and all, but who knows what were the obstacles on that path. Right now you are walking down this path and you are seeing maybe a stone on your path, but had you walked on that path, maybe there would have been a tree that has fallen down over there. and it would have been even more difficult. Who knows? So, what is the point of thinking about what could have happened? Because you are living in the past, you're not being here in this present moment today. So trust yourself that you have made the right choice and go ahead walking down that path, because challenges and obstacles are there on every path. None of the decisions that you make, none of the choices that you make are going to be easy going. Everywhere you go, any path you choose, even if there are, I'm just talking about two right now, even if there are 10 choices and you have to choose one, all of them are going to have its own unique obstacle. Whether it is with your career, whether it is, in your work or business or anything. I could have worked with this person, or I could have worked with that person. Maybe things would have been different had I worked with him. Maybe things would have been different if I was working alone. Whatever. It could be also with, like, your partners or your relationships or anything of that sort, who you could have chosen and why you chose this one and not the other person and all. Different situations come up in different points of our life, but what is the point of living in the past where that decision could have been different? Whatever, you chose it. Today you are here, you are walking down this path. Figure out the best way to navigate through this path rather than thinking what could have happened there. Who knows, maybe you dodged a bullet over there. हो सकता है वहां पे इतनी तकलीफें थी और आपने वो सब स्किप करके आप आज यहाँ पर हो. It could be thought about in a positive manner also, right? So it's all about changing your perspective. अगर आप ये पाथ पे फोकस करोगे जिस पे आज आप चल रहे हो, you will get more clear thoughts rather than thinking about the past and overthinking, which leads to confusion, which leads to that chaos of thoughts, और उसके वजह से फिर anxiety होती है, stress होता है, and all of those things. And then, if we have made a mistake, if it is genuinely a mistake, then we are learning from it, right? Going forward, now you will always make the best decision, because you have already learned from that mistake that you made. So you already know what you have to avoid going forward. So then maybe take that as a learning, as a way to move forward, rather than, like, something that you are repeatedly thinking about or having any sort of regret. Okay. So, with that, we will work on forgiving ourselves for any such mistakes we might have made in the past, any such regrets that we are holding on to, so that we can release. We can tell ourselves that we have always made the right choice. Our choice is always right. And, whatever path we are walking on, we're going to be able to easily navigate through it. Okay. Okay. All right. So, everybody, please close your eyes. We will first connect with the higher power to receive blessings, and then we will move into the forgiveness prayer. Please close your eyes and just visualize yourself as a soul connecting to the higher beings, connecting to the Supreme God, or connecting with any higher spiritual guru that you believe in, and ask them for blessings to forgive yourself today, to release any such heavy emotions that you have been holding on to, any such heavy thoughts that are occupying space in your mind, to help you release all of those which don't serve you anymore and are stopping you from making progress. Take a deep breath in and release. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for your great blessings. Thank you for healing everyone present here right now with your miraculous healing energy. I humbly request to assign angels of love, angels of forgiveness and healing to everybody who is present here, so that we can be blessed with love, with forgiveness, and we can be deeply and permanently healed. To the angels, thank you for your love, for your divine guidance and protection. Thank you for helping us release our negativity. In full faith, so be it. Keep your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in and out. Just bring yourself in this present moment. If your mind is elsewhere, scattered around, thinking about other things, thinking about the day ahead of you, just for the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just bring yourself here in this moment. Notice your breath rising and falling. Bring your awareness inwards to your breath and just notice without changing anything. Slowly try to visualize yourself as a soul here in front of you. Try to release the physical body around the soul and just see her or see him as an energy, just as a light. And just look at the soul and take a moment to think about any challenges that he or she is facing in this life, any regrets that she thinks about often. Just notice, just observe. Does this soul think about any different choices that they could have made? Does the soul think about the past too often? Or is the soul living in fear of something? Just notice, observe the thoughts without judgment, without labeling it good or bad. Is the soul feeling burdened with problems or worries about family, about relationships, or about itself? Just gently surrender all these problems to the universe. Let them all go and just see yourself as a pure, pure soul with no such thoughts or emotions burdening you. Light, extremely light. Just for a moment, visualize that there are no such problems or thoughts or emotions, regrets. all the different choices there with you, burdening you in any way. Just gently say Atma Namaste to the soul. I, the soul, humbly salute the divine presence in you. We are all children of God and we all make mistakes. Even I have made mistakes. But we are here to evolve and to grow through this process of this life, through the choices that we make. We are learning, we are growing. Mistakes are bound to happen along the way, and so I forgive myself for all such mistakes that I might have made. I forgive myself for any hurt or pain that I have given myself, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally, whether I know about it or maybe I am not even aware that I am causing myself any problems, any hurt, or any pain. I forgive myself for holding on to any such thoughts, past thoughts, words, or actions that have been burdening me since then. I forgive myself for any of my wrongdoings, any of my shortcomings, any time that I was too critical towards myself for making the wrong decision, for any mistakes and missteps on my journey. I completely let go of my past, of my thoughts and emotions that are stopping me from moving forward today. Visualize that all this burden is just being surrendered to the universe. Visualize that you are releasing everything that you've been carrying on to, holding on to within you for years. Even if nothing comes to mind, just visualize a gray cloud, a gray energy just being released from your body, from your soul's being. May the Supreme Being bless me with divine forgiveness. May the Supreme Being neutralize all my negative karma. May peace be with me. May peace be with me. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Let us repeat one more time. See yourself as a soul in front of you and gently say Atma Namaste. I, the soul, humbly salute the divine presence in you. We are all children of God and we all make mistakes. Even I have made mistakes in the past. But I'm learning, I'm growing and evolving from these mistakes. I forgive myself for all such mistakes. I forgive myself for holding on to any negative thoughts, any heavy emotions that are not serving me any longer. I forgive myself for having any regrets, for any wrong choices, for any mistakes that I might have made along my journey here. I forgive all those who have influenced me in any negative way in the past. And I forgive myself for any of my shortcomings, any of the times I have been too critical about myself, not given myself enough love and care, being too hard on myself for making these mistakes, or causing any hurt or pain to others or myself. I completely let go of my past. Visualize that everything that you have been holding on to, all the heavier negative emotions towards yourself, any negative thoughts that are burdening you in any way, just see them being released and your soul feels lighter from within. And if you can't think or see or visualize of any such heavy emotions or thoughts, just visualize any negative remaining residual energy coming out in the form of a gray cloud and just being released into the universe. May the Supreme Being bless me with divine forgiveness towards myself. May the Supreme Being neutralize all my negative karma. May peace be with me. May peace be with me. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Take a deep breath in and let go. Let go. Let go. One more time. Take a deep breath in and release. Let it all go. Release. One last time. Take a deep breath in and just release slowly and completely, saying, I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh, may all negative cords connected to me be cut, cut, cut. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you so much for your great, great blessings. Thank you for healing everyone who is present here right now with your divine, miraculous healing energy. To the angels, thank you for your love. Thank you for your divine guidance and thank you for your protection. Thank you for helping us release all our negativity from within. Thank you for helping us forgive ourselves in full faith. So be it, so be it, so be it. You can open your eyes in your own time with a smile. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Atma Namaste. See you all tomorrow.